Hi there, today we're taking on an ambitious project, creating a 4-piece art panel featuring Una and the Dragon. Now this is a fusion of two legendary tales, of course Una and the Lion, and then we've got St George slaying the dragon. But before we pour the molten silver there's a lot to do, and not everything went to plan. First things first, as you can see these are the 3D resin prints I'll be using. Generously supplied by a good friend of the channel, H. Let's get started by preparing the prints. I'm dusting them, as you can see, with corn flour. This little trick helps to release them cleanly from the sand later on. Now, I tape up the pour hole on the side of the flask. I don't want the sand escaping when I start packing it in and compressing it. The first layer of sand is also very crucial. I'm going to sieve it very fine to capture every detail of the print. Then, after that, it's just layer by layer, packing and compressing, making sure the print stays in place. And here comes my trusty kitchen dough slicer. Don't tell Mrs Punk, she's been hunting for this for a while now. A quick scrape, flip the flask over and boom, first half done. I'm loving how the resin prints look through the sand. Thanks again H. Now more powder to help the two halves separate smoothly, and we're off. Filling up the other side just like we did before. And now, the moment of truth, cracking open the flask. Will we have the perfect impression? Fingers crossed. It's not looking too shabby. Now what we need to do, of course, is to make a channel for the silver to flow. And what better tool than my thumb? And of course, the knife I rescued from the kitchen months ago, along with that dough slicer. Now here comes a real test, getting the print out without ruining the mould. Masking tape to the rescue. And there it is. Not too bad at all. Look at that bad boy. Well, bad girl I should say. Now, it's time to add some vent lines. Now what these are, it's for the steam to escape. And what tool do I use for that? Well, of course, a sweet corn cob holder from the kitchen drawer. Yep, Mrs Punk is definitely not going to be thrilled. With everything in place, I fit the flasks together and then I say a little prayer to the silver gods. Now, all we got to do now is do the other three. Now on to the bit you've all been waiting for, the pause. Right, we'll just stop it there. And as you can see, this is so annoying. Everything was going so cool. The first 3 panels come out absolutely bang on. I was smashing it. And then just onto the 4th one. And as you can see, it just didn't take. When you look at, that's the actual dragon's head. And as you can see here, it just didn't take. It's just, I'm just at loss. It's really annoying. Lost for words. Must be my own fault. I didn't compact it strong enough. And then it goes from bad to worse, really, because I thought, right, okay, it's not a problem, I'll just redo this piece. And then when I come to redo it, I cracked the bloody mould, didn't I? Because I thought, oh, the reason it hasn't took, I haven't compacted it hard enough, so I really compacted it, and I broke the mould. So, H, I'm really sorry, I busted up the mould. So yeah, I'm in a bit of, I don't know what to say now, it's kind of bad workman stops play, as it were. I need to get a new print, but thankfully contacted H and he's coming to the rescue and he's going to post me out some new prints. So as soon as I've got the print, we'll go again on the last panel. But here, this is where we're at. This is the state of play on the end of day 1. Right, so here we are, we're a few days later, and H has he's been working really hard, and he's really kindly sent me 4 new prints. Now, they're all of the same piece, the bit that I broke, if you remember. That's the one I broke it, and he sent me 4 new ones, and what he's done, he's actually printed them in different ways. That one's direct onto the build plate, so that would be straight down onto the bed. This one, that edge on the build plate, so that he printed upwards like I do, so he just printed up, so that was the edge. This surface 45 supports on this face, so that means he printed that one like that at 45 degrees with the supports coming up like that behind it, and this one 45 supports on those side faces. So again, he just had that one held up like that with the supports. So it'd be interesting to see when I do the compacting if I get any difference. Now, I know I do appreciate it's really hard for you guys to see because of the colour of the resin, but they are really cool, really detailed. And I've had a look with a magnifying glass, and to be honest with you, they're all really good prints. I'm not sure which one I'm going to try. I'm really not sure. I mean, I don't think it really matters, but we'll give it a go. I might just try that one direct on the build plate because that's an interesting one. Because I always do, as you know, I normally do mine like that. So, right, let's get across to the shed and we'll go again. If you've enjoyed this pour, check this video out here. This is an absolute belter of a panel.